Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nicole acquires a true love for EJ. Days of Our Lives spoilers indicate that Nicole will go through a difficult moment when she finds that EJ will stop at nothing to support her and her daughter Holly. Although Nicole Walker, who was quite pregnant, wed EJ DiMera when she thought she was carrying his kid, she immediately informed Marlena Evans that this would not have occurred if she had known the child belonged to Eric Brady. Nicole insisted that she loved EJ, but it wasn't the same kind of unconditional love she had felt for Eric for the previous 25 years, as she spilled her heart to Marlena after mistakenly thinking her son had passed away. She has convinced herself that she is incapable of loving another person in that way, but what if she is mistaken? Nicole is still inconsolable and worried about her teenage daughter Holly Jonas, who is in an Italian facility because of EJ. However, she also notices that EJ has gone above and beyond to make sure Holly gets well, which just makes her love him even more. Nicole Walker has a sincere passion for EJ DiMera. Nicole comes to the realization that she can and should love EJ just as much as she loves Eric after witnessing how considerate and cautious he is with both her and Holly. This type of love is mature and devoid of the destructive nature of her past connection with Eric. Respect between her and EJ is perhaps the most crucial factor in any marriage. Naturally, there are still two significant mysteries that will eventually bring Nicole and Eric back together. Her son is Eric's, and he is not dead. In actuality, Eric is unknowingly raising the child Nicole gave birth to. Eric will become accessible once Sloane Peterson is exposed as the real baby Jude and probably gets put in jail. Additionally, it will make Nicole and Eric co-parents. With EJ still in the picture, would these two co-parents be able to stand against each other? To discover out, watch new episodes of Days of Our Lives every weekday at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Peacock. Delays in Paulina's surgery, the wedding of Chanel and Johnny. Park. When Ava gets there, Harris is working covertly, gathering rubbish. As they sit on a seat, Harris fills Ava in on every detail of the previous night's drug raid. Really? Is that a wise decision? The longest flashback in recent memory is about to happen. Harris states in real time that they must continue their masquerade until Clyde is brought to an end. Ava realizes she has no option when Harris wants to stay a little while later. She then goes back to her turbulent evening with Stefan. Harris leaves right away, telling Ava to hold on to her faith. Stefan calls her phone at that exact moment. They agree to meet when he says he has to see her. Living room of DiMera Mansion, Stefan descends the stairs to see EJ has just returned from a visit with Nicole and Holly. EJ questions why Stefan appears a little more worn out. When EJ tells Stefan about the previous night's drug bust, Stefan shuts him down. EJ claims that the downfall of all those involved is imminent. Despite Stefan's attempts to dissuade him, EJ persists. He asks directly whether Stefan will be held accountable for any of this disaster and when. Stefan believes that EJ's reputation, what reputation, will be damaged by his arrest. EJ disregards his brother's warning that Clyde would be brought down and that it will only be a matter of time until he informs his fellow accomplices. EJ stated that if he were a private citizen and, say, the CEO of DiMera Enterprises, that position was taken over by Stefan, he could probably be of greater assistance to him. Petty EJ goes on to imply that his new role enables him to do nothing except guarantee his brother's demise. With a giggle, EJ leaves the room. Ava shows over to the scene so she may meet with Stefan and talk about their present situation. Stefan is serious as he considers how hazardous Harris might be to their circumstances, despite her attempts to lighten the situation. Stefan is reassured by Ava that she will look after Harris and everyone nearby who might get in the way of their plans. She believes that they should concentrate on Clyde's potential for revenge when he knows that the time is almost out. Paulina's place. Chanel finds Paulina and Abe seated at the table when she gets home. She made a quick stop to pick up some treats for everyone. Chanel responds that she doesn't actually have days off when Paulina questions why she is in the bakery on her day off. Abe believes the day before her wedding, which is, I believe, on February 13th in Salem, she should have some alone time. When Chanel notes that they appear strained, she inquires as to Paulina's progress. Paulina gives her an update on the size of the lump and the impending surgery date. Johnny shows up at the precise moment to discuss the wedding. Paulina is reassured by the engaged pair that they will always be there to support her. They all certify that every detail, including the photographer, has been confirmed for the wedding. Paulina gets a call from University Hospital, but she still hasn't disclosed the details of her impending surgery. She informs me that the wedding and her surgery have been rescheduled until tomorrow morning. Paulina won't entertain Chanel's request to reschedule the wedding. John and Marlena at their penthouse. Marlena enters and offers John a cup of steaming, strong coffee. She wants him to go to sleep, but John insists he must stay up. Marlena inquires about John and Constantine's meeting from the previous evening. John pretends falsely that he never arrived. After a period of incoherence, John says he was thinking about all the identities he had previously held. When Marlena inquires as to what is happening, John mentions his discussion with Steve regarding their shared experiences from previous lifetimes. Watch, Ariane Zucker of Days of Our Lives talks about the lawsuit and allegations of sexual harassment. Days of Our Lives actress Ariane Zucker discussed her complaint against Corday Productions, EP Ken Corday, and former co-EP Albert Alar regarding allegations of sexual harassment at a press conference. She claimed that despite her attempts to discuss the concerns with Corday and his colleagues, they were allegedly ignored. Zucker was reportedly urged to talk with Sony HR because Corday Productions lacks an HR department after she persisted, despite her fear of being shunned in her business. Sony claimed that Alar was still permitted to remain on set for a few weeks and that she and other crew members had to collaborate with him when they eventually opened an investigation. After being taken off the floor, he was permitted to work from the booth, where Zucker claimed he caused discomfort for her and other female set members. The show didn't have an intimacy coordinator before now. Her representatives eventually received 2 requests for salary reductions. Nicole was fired from the show, but according to Zucker, production didn't stop until a few staff members spoke to Deadline in confidence. Alar kept his job. She claimed her character was restored in August 2023, thanks to the intervention of her attorney, Zucker said. Then, though, she said that Corday and other male crew members who were close to Alar handled her differently. She said Zucker was eventually released from her show contract, but not before attempting to speak with her agents, legal counsel, and Corday Productions, as she desired to remain on days. She claimed that Corday declined to speak verbally with her staff and that her conversation with Sony HR produced no information or outcomes. Risk everywhere. Everyone who lives there is in dire peril when the Horton house takes fire after an arsonist lights it up. Though it appears that Thomas, Carrie Christopher, Julie, Susan Seaforth Hayes, Doug, Bill Hayes, Chad, Billy Flynn, and Charlotte, Autumn Gendron, have managed to escape, what will become of them now? When Ava, Tamara Braun, finds Harris, Steve Burton, he is seriously bleeding from a gunshot wound. The young physician is desperately trying to save Tripp's life when Wendy, Victoria Grace, and him shortly join her. When assistance is finally dispatched, will it be too late to save the law enforcement officer? However, what's happening to Kate, Lauren Koslow? She has threatened Roman, Josh Taylor, with a gun. Was his wife surprised by his actions? Not a smart move, especially in light of the fact that her son Lucas, Brian DeTillo, is always in danger. Jackie Harry's character Paulina regrets ruining Chanel's, Raven Bowen's, wedding day. Chanel appears to receive a phone call that instantly cheers her up, despite her apparent displeasure. Maybe in the end, things will work out fine for them.